Hi friends, welcome back. If you are new, my name is Nikki. I have been live selling for almost a year. I started on Whatnot and now I live sell on Whatnot and Poshmark, and I thought I would give you some tips, show you my process for running one of the biggest auctions I've done basically since I've started live selling. I have not done a 50 item live sale since my first 3 months. So we're gonna see how this is gonna go. I'm gonna show you how I set everything up. I'm gonna show you the inventory. I'm gonna tell you how much money I make, blah, 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 blah. We're just gonna go through the whole process. Don't forget to subscribe. I forgot to put on my ring. I need to go do that now. All right, this is the before. I have sorted everything by clothing. All of this stuff you see is skims. I sorted it by the types of skims, like sculpting, shorts, bodysuits, blah, blah, blah. This is all stuff I want to list, just traditionally list. More skims. This is decor I bought because I'm finally, after almost living here for a year, I'm finally starting to decorate my office. So this portion took me less than an hour, maybe 45 minutes of doing this. So this is done. What time is it? It's 4:22. Now I am going to list all this stuff in the show. I'm not selling all of this. I don't know if you can tell, but this is way more than 50 items. There's a lot of little underwears and bras and things. So that dress right there, don't mind Zane's Toys. That's a $500 dress right there. So we're going to get that listed. But yeah, let's tackle this. I did this on our living room floor, so I had enough space. All right, friends, that took forever. For sure, the longest part for me, the most time-consuming part of running a live show is setting up the show and getting all the listings done. You can see I've got 50 listings there. I have to add 2 more listings. I'm going to be auctioning off a Louis Vuitton thing. I'm so tired already, you guys. This probably wasn't the best idea 8 months pregnant, but we shall carry on. So I haven't done a 50 item show in I don't know, since I first started live streaming almost a year ago. So I'm gonna go throw something on real quick. I already did my makeup and get started. Let's see if I last all 50 items. I've told myself if I get too tired and I just can't do it, I'm just gonna be honest. Look, I'm tired. I'm growing a person. I gotta go. But I'm pretty sure I can push through. If you've been to any of my live sales, I go pretty fast. I don't mess around. I make small talk. I tell a couple stories. We have some jokes, but I do that all while running the items. So here we go. So this is basically what everyone sees. I try to put something nice on the background, something seasonal, like when it was Valentine's Day, I had Valentine's Day stuff. They don't see my walking treadmill. I just position it so they basically see this. Here's all 50 items. I ran out of time. I'm gonna auction this off for $3 on Monday's sale. I've been doing that. It brings in a lot of traffic when I have a designer item. It's vintage, it's pre-loved, it could use some work, but I'm gonna start it at $3. It's a good little marketing tip from me to you if you have anything that's super coveted, or it doesn't even have to be designer, you guys, but if you have something that you can use as a little carrot to get people in. So I'm gonna tell them don't forget to save Monday's show because we're gonna auction off this purse for $3. It's Gucci. I think it's from the early 90s. So here's all 50 items. We're gonna get started. Current time is 6:11. Show's supposed to start at 6:15. Let's see how long this takes. I am still running lives from my iPad. I got most of this stuff on Amazon. The iPad, fiance got me, ring light, iPad stand. I love it. Amazon. This is what I'm going to film the voiceover portion with, my camera that I use to film YouTube videos. I love it. It's very expensive. I think it was $1,200 when I bought it. It's gone down to $900, I think. I'll link everything below in case you're interested. So I just click my photo. I'm going to change the time so I can get started. One thing I don't like is that on Whatnot, you can just click to go live whenever you want. If it's before the scheduled time, after the scheduled time. On Poshmark, you actually have to edit the time. So I need to edit it to now to go live. There's already 2 people there, so I'm pretty sure that's me, right? So I never ever run my auction from the device that I'm going live on. I run my auction from the computer that I showed you earlier. It's just easier that way. I feel like I don't have to get up close and personal to the camera, and it's in my opinion, it's faster. I always recommend using 2 devices. So let's start the show. We would speed through this portion because I'm playing live music and it's just a really repetitive thing that I do. So what I do, you guys, is I grab the item, I talk about it, I pin it so they can see, you know, the size, the title. I talk about it some more, then I go to my computer. My computer is just off the screen. That's what you can't see. I start the auction and I just keep talking about the item. Sometimes people will ask you questions like, oh, what size is it? Even if you have the size on the title, I don't get annoyed, you guys. Sometimes people aren't looking at their screen. Sometimes they're just listening. They're at work. Try not to get annoyed because sometimes people will ask you like really obvious questions and you've already spent like an hour loading the title, the size, the description. So I just answer all questions and we keep on moving. And I try to go really fast. And I'm just realizing that this jumpsuit has a hole right in the arm area. You guys, this is a Zimmerman jumpsuit. And I'm glad it kind of looks like the hole is supposed to be there. This is pre-loved. I squeezed my 8-month belly into this. And it's 100% silk, so it's really delicate. I got it on a pallet, and I rent the runway pallet, so that's hilarious. That's so nice. Nobody said anything. People are really nice in my lives. I've been into some lives where people can be really mean. Nobody even said, hey, Nikki, do you know you have a hole in your jumpsuit? Anyways, friends, I'm going to give you a roundup. Right now, I'm going to tell you how much I made. I'm going to tell you what sold, but I do like to include some footage of me actually selling the item in case you've never been to a live sale. You don't know how it works. This is how it goes. But, oh, Nikki, let me tell you how much money I made and how it went. All right, friends, it is hours later. I wanted to film this recap right at the end, but I had to eat. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. My arm's already hurting. Hold on, guys. I started at 6:15 and I finished right at 7:50. I remember being able to do 50 items in an hour. Some tips. I'm just learning along the way. I keep saying this. I'm no expert, but here's what I've learned. If your show starts slow, just keep going. At one point, I got to like item 20 and I was like, all right, there's like 30 people here. Things aren't really getting bid up. Maybe I should just end this and go eat dinner. But I was like, no, Nikki, keep going. Just keep going, friends. I don't have a ton of people that come to my shows. Even though I have my YouTube channel, my Instagram, I do not promote my shows. I keep saying that I will. I'm horrible at doing that. So I usually get like 40, like on a good day, 40 to 50 people max. So I had 40 people towards the end. But the great thing is that like by the time I got to item like 30, new people had come in and they were like, oh, can you rerun number 14? Can you rerun number 2? Because as you guys know, in live sales, people fluctuate in and out. So people are bouncing around, some people are late, some people just jump from show to show. So that's what took a lot of time because like I would be at number 40 and then someone would say, would you run number 14 and 5? And it behooves you as a seller to rerun things that did not sell because all those things I reran sold. So I ended up selling 48 out of the 50 items, which is amazing. Almost a sold out show. I think the only thing that didn't sell was a pair of Nike shorts and a size 34 triple D bra, which is a very specific size. My arm is killing me. I'm also out of breath, you guys. As soon as I was done live streaming, live selling, I turned the camera off, put on comfy clothes, and went to Whole Foods to buy some food. Anyways, rerun your stuff, friends. It's more time consuming, but I mean, you're already on. You might as well sell as much as you possibly can. Rerun that stuff. Rerun everything that anyone asks you to rerun. So yeah, I ended up selling 48 of 50 items. I made a net sales. If I can put the screenshot in somewhere here from Closet Insights, it was like $1,088, which is amazing. I don't know the net because I have to go through my cost of goods. But 48 items, $1,000 in sales. This is what I love. And these aren't high-end items, friends. These are Skims, which is, you know, it's a popular, coveted brand, but there's a ton of Skim sellers. So I'm just grateful I can still sell Skims, because when I first started selling Skims a year ago, almost like June 2022, there weren't many people selling it. I was one of the few people. Now there's a ton of people selling it. So sometimes I'm like, is anybody even going to still buy this stuff? But it has a cult following, friends. So these aren't super high-end items. I think the most expensive item I sold for like $50. So $1,000 in sales in about an hour and a half, you can't beat that. This is why I love live selling. You can move a ton of inventory very quickly, and you can still make great profit. And your average sales price, I mean, I feel like there's a misconception that if you do live sales, you're not selling things. I don't even want to get into it. You know what I'm going to say. That's a whole other can of worms. I don't want to get into it. That could be a whole other video. All I'm saying is, personally, I know it's not for everyone. I love the fact that I can move a ton of inventory, make a great profit in such a short amount of time, and 48 items in an hour and a half, you can't beat that. So, yeah, I'm pooped. I'm out of breath, but I did it. Hopefully you found this helpful, or I shared something where you learned something. I'm just trying to share my experience as I go, and then hopefully you can pick up little tidbits of helpful information here or there. I keep telling you guys, I am no expert. I have been a reseller for 10 years, but as far as live selling, this is all new to me, so I'm just sharing the journey as I go. Plus, I kind of feel like as the years go on, like if my live selling journey continues, it would kind of be nice to have like a video diary of the beginning, you know, the first year. I really wish I would have done more videos on it, but I know that not all of you are into live selling. I would say 50 items is really doable if I'm not working. I had a very slow work day today, but if I was working or doing something with real estate, there's just no way. But I do like moving more inventory quickly. So maybe once or twice a week, I can do like 50 items. Listen, some of my favorite people I like to watch, the Thrift Life NYC, Jen, she is amazing. She does live sales where she sells like 100, 150, 200 items in one show. And she just did recently where she went live every day in March. And I was like, this lady is amazing. She is so amazing that, I mean, that's just a lot of work. As you guys can see from this video, like this is a lot of work to preload this stuff, put it in the store. I don't even put photos most of the time. She puts photos for like most of her listings. She's doing like 100 to 200 items every single show, every day. That's a lot of work. So I know to some of you that are watching that are like veteran live sellers that do it full time, like 50 items might not seem like a lot. But for me as a part-time person that usually does like 20 to 30 items, like 30 is my max, this was a big deal for me, so I'm glad I got it done. I am not shipping. It is a Saturday night. It's not happening tonight. That's one thing I do like about weekend sales is that you don't have to ship till Monday, you guys. So if you do sales on Saturday and Sunday, it's kind of nice because if I do sales Monday through Friday, I shouldn't say always, but like 99% of the time I ship next day. So it is kind of nice to have like a day, and I'm not going live tomorrow to just chill and just get the shipping done. Anything else I want to share with you? It's funny, during this live sale, I actually mentioned, because I know there's a lot of live sellers that are in live sales. I was talking it was like I was on item 10 and I was like, geez, it's kind of slow tonight. Like, you know, I was wondering how the weekends would be. And I even said to them, I probably shouldn't have said this, but I mean, it's nice to have conversation with your viewers. I said to them, I don't usually go live on the weekends. One, because I'm really busy. But two, I've noticed that it's just like a slower time. And then right after I said that, I went from like 20 viewers to like 50. And I stayed steady between like 40 and 50. And everything started selling. So that's why I'm saying, you guys, don't get discouraged if it starts slow. Just keep going, run through your stuff, rerun things that didn't sell. Even if no one asks, I say rerun it. But people started asking me. So I'm glad I kept going. Because like by item 20, I was like, nothing's really getting bid up. A couple things hadn't sold. Maybe I should just end it. No, I'm glad I stayed on and I kept going. And I sold 48 out of 50 items. So hopefully you found this helpful. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't worry, every video is not going to be a live auction selling video, but hopefully you found this helpful, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.